Hello friends, welcome to Coffee with Kacie. I was just sitting here talking to my spirit guides about twin flames. Excuse me, I'm still in my pajamas. I woke up like this girl. And I feel like people get twin flames very confused, right? There's a lot of talk in the community about twin flames and wanting to be with your twin flame, and it's the best romance of a lifetime, right? And then there's also the belief that maybe your twin flame doesn't necessarily have to be like romantic in nature. Here's the thing. The twin flame journey was originated by the Venusians, okay? Venus, the planet, and its opposite Saturn in a different galaxy. They decided we should do this ascension process where we know that we have to reincarnate in a lower dimension, right? We're a starseed, we have to reincarnate into a lower dimension in order to ascend. And knowing the parameters of lower dimensions, you have to incarnate with light and dark, right? Everyone's balanced in duality and all of that. Well, when you incarnate, whole like that, it takes a lot longer for a starseed or someone to spiritually awaken because there's a lot of dark energy within them that they're battling. It makes it harder for the conscious and the spirituality and the faith to get them through the darkness because they have the darkness pulling them. And that's all great and fine because that's the whole point of ascension, right? Like that's what we're doing. We're finding balance between light and dark. However, when you have a mission to come back and you know that there's that parameter, the Venusian said, hey, what if we split our soul in two between light and dark, or, yin and yang, whatever you want to call it. What if we split it between masculine and feminine energy and we split and incarnate in the same dimension, but separately? That way, the light can wake up a lot faster, right? Like, yes, it's going to have darkness in it. We all have light and dark. There's no way to not have some of either. But if you think of like a yin and yang symbol, the light has just a smidgen of the dark and the dark has just a smidgen of the light. And basically, you're splitting that and incarnating as twin souls of the same entity, right? And so when you split, both souls will have the same spirit guides. You and your twin flame have the exact same spirit guides. They may present themselves differently visually, but they're the same spirit guide. Okay? And so they said, let's split in half light and dark, and then it'll be faster and easier for the light to wake up, and the dark, the other half of me can, hang on for an incarnation cycle and like handle the darkness, right? While I go do my mission of waking people up, right? Raising consciousness. So people in the twin flame journey, typically one of them wakes up pretty early, right? I've always been told like, oh, but you're so young. I wish I would have, been able to spiritually awaken when I was your age. Well, girl, I split my soul in half to do that. So I'm very heated about twin flames. Listen, I have my own opinions here, and just know that this is just my opinion and what I know from my own personal twin flame experience and from my spirit guides and what they tell me, right? So it's an ascension process. And the reason that you split is to make it faster and easier, right? So with that concept in mind, why would you want to connect back with your darkness, right? Like, why would that be the end goal? Why would you purposely split just to be like, I'm going to make my whole life journey about finding you? You wouldn't. And to the same, token, you also wouldn't be a twin flame with like a best friend, or you wouldn't be a twin flame with your daughter, right? Because why would you say we have to split and be apart so I can do my mission? Let's live in the same household. Let's see each other all the time. You wouldn't do that logically. But here's the thing. You are the same soul. You're like freaking magnets, right? That yin and that yang symbol is just defying all fucking logic of the dimension to come back together. That's what it wants to do. It's two halves of the same whole, right? Like, there's an incessant need to find that person. Even if you haven't met the person, you'll feel like there's just like, I feel like there's someone, you know what I mean? And you spend your whole life hopelessly romantic trying to find this person because you just feel like there's a missing piece. And you are perfectly whole within yourself, hear me out, but it is the other half to you, right? So twin flames typically are romantic because once you meet that person, you're so obsessed with everything about them because they are you, right? Like, there's just an energy of like, you can't even explain it. You can't even explain it to yourself or begin to understand why you're so attracted to this person. Or like, when you look into this person's eyes, you see yourself, right? You see they trigger you and they build you up, and you know, it's just passionate and insane. You want to explore every inch of them, right? Another reason why it's probably not your daughter or your best friend. And so because of this need, they always find each other, but there's always something in the way. Typically, y'all aren't going to live in the same country, probably. You and your twin flame probably live in different countries, okay? There's a cultural difference. There's a religious difference. Maybe they live across the country. Maybe they live across the state. Maybe they're in a relationship, or you're in a relationship, or there's something in the way of the two of you ever, like, it's like so hard. Because you put in place that you're supposed to be separated, right? So like, y'all find each other because you're magnets, but it's always like you're never quite on the same page, or there's always something going on in the middle preventing you from being together. That's because that's how you structured it, right? Now, should the dark or the masculine, and I'm talking energy, I'm not talking gender, but like, should the yin, right, decide that they're gonna overcome all of this darkness, and they're getting hit with it more than the light one is, okay? They're going through way more. One of the twins is always sort of like healing the other or waiting for the other one. That one is the one that decided they were gonna take on the darkness, you know? Praise be to them, man, because it wasn't me. I was like, I'll do the light, thank you. So if that darkness, I don't want to call it darkness, but you know, follow me here. Stay with me. If that person decides, I'm going to overcome this shit, and raises their vibration exponentially to be on the same vibration as the light twin, yes, holy shit, that would be the best, most fucking amazing relationship. Y'all would change the world. Y'all would fucking like heal people. It would be, you know, your starseed mission fucking 20-fold. Absolutely. This is the love of your fucking life, girl, is you. You know? But you're starting here and raising your vibration even more, and your twin is starting here, and girl, they gotta get all the fucking way up here. Do you know how much healing it took you to get from here to here? Your twins gotta do that. And here's the controversial take is they're not supposed to. They're supposed to help you spiritually grow and advance and wake up and trigger you with your, you know, insecurities and your darkness and overcoming that, because that's y'all's mission together. You do have a mission together, but it's to, you know, trigger and uplift and heal and advance the lighter energy. And I'm using light and dark interchangeably because we're talking just about the spiritual aspect, right? Not necessarily, you know, yin and yang and masculine, feminine, but also just there's no such thing as good and evil, but you know what I mean? Light and darkness together. So it's propelling one forward, right? So, controversial take. You're not supposed to be with your twin flame. And you're not supposed to make it your life purpose to wait for them to come to your vibration, or even if you're the other twin, my friend, like, it's not your responsibility to just continuously heal and strive and try to be good enough for the lighter aspect. You know what I mean? Like, your mission is just to be, you know what I mean? To be strong and to get through this incarnation cycle and do as much good and healing as you can. But like, it's not your responsibility to meet this person's expectations. And y'all, it's not your responsibility to go down here and heal this person and bring them back up just so you can have the love of your life. You know what I mean? Woo! Yeah. That's my take on twin flames. Have a good day, guys.